Maybe you can tell me. I genuinely can't see why there should be any romance in the Mafia Nanny. I feel like even Helen Keller could see this. I feel like even from Homesick can see this before me, and he's dead as hell. The new series, The Mafia Nanny, I've personally been liking the series since launch, but how I was put onto the series was that it was a found family. So when I opened to a romance sign, I was confused. I've read the series and I was absolutely floored. Oh my god, I just used the word floored. Oh my god, I'm so smart. I was floored by the comedy and bond building between Mikey and Davina. There was this movie I watched recently called Upgraded, and I saw a clip on TikTok. I thought the movie was going to be about this lady attempting to climb the ranks and taking a big shot thanks to the luck of a lifetime possibly. But then it ends up becoming some nonsensical romance with eye candy and old rich people laughing at poor people. Unfortunately, they moved the plot, but the ending became generally confusing because how do you forgive some stranger for lying to you and how it barely coordinates with the fact that you were trying to haggle a deal. It is beyond me. Light years. Now, I'm not saying the two are one and the same, but my point is that neither of them need a romance to me. Davina and Gabriel start out as a worker and employer. Davina is hired to take care of Mikey, son of a mafioso, Gabriel being involved with the mafia, and Davina being affected by that mafia. Could he have something to do with them? By the gray hairs and my speculation? Possibly. I'm not sure about the ages, but you know, he's giving a little geriatric, so these two ending up together may not exactly seem right to me. Davina is starting to consistently cross that line of going behind and lying to Gabriel on not just what she's doing, but her abilities. By this current episode, she might have just been considered an accomplice to a murder. Handing off the location of the teddy bear dropper, granted, he did threaten a child, so dare I say deserved, but that goes against her morals. She's scared shitless. Girl, she called up her boss and almost told on herself.
What is it finna play? Wow!
They wouldn't be meant to be. If they ended up together, how's it gonna end? Superfish but straight? Do you know how traumatizing that was? I don't want to be part of that problem. The sole reason I didn't even look at Superfish was because of the ending. Plus, the fact I feel like I'm the only one generally confused on whether or not these are stares of flirts or intimidation is crazy. This far, Davina has only made remarks about him being too close and her blushing. A little awkward eye contacts. Meanwhile, Gabriel couldn't give a he would probably throw her out a window and not think twice. I'm missing the pairing. One of the rules is Davina shouldn't even be romantically engaging with the clients as it is. Obviously, since it's highlighted so bigly, obviously some gonna happen. Is this gonna end in a us against the world, Bonnie and Clyde, and then there's Mikey to take care of? My question is, would Mikey even accept Davina as the mom who stepped up? Honestly, probably. Their dynamic is hilarious. I mean, them sneaking around in masks were adorable. I just personally think the series' focus on the action and comedy has no room for romance. It's great as it is. I'm not saying the series is bad, but the romance, it feels a bit unnecessary, maybe even just randomly added for another motive. Every interaction is walking on thin ice in comic form. It is either a basic loop of briefing, threatening, or just cold, short conversation. Like, I hate to be that person, but the only real scene in the series this far, it looked like Gabriel couldn't give more of a Gabriel couldn't give a even if you gave it to him. But I love everything else and the comedic flow. It works perfectly. And it's like I can't even look at it or consider it to be a slow burn at this point. There's barely a match being handed to someone or might as well being lit. Well, that's me. Maybe something can change. I personally don't see it, but what do you guys think? But I personally would be a-okay without any romance.